Hey there, this video is a VR to ArmchairPiper's second anniversary giveaway that he's doing, and congrats on 2 years. It's a very generous giveaway, so thank you for doing that. He wanted us to share a pipe story. So when I was in college, I got the opportunity to study abroad in England. And so while I was in England, I thought I would go visit other places. I went to Scotland at one point, went to Wales at one point as well. And so, of course, like one of the places we wanted to go visit, me and my friends there, was Ireland. So we hopped on a plane, flew over to Ireland, explored, and it was one of those great trips where nothing was really planned. All we knew is that we were going to Ireland and we knew what cities we were going to be in. But aside from that, we had no idea what we were going to do. So it's like, oh, the Guinness, let's go to the Guinness brewery, or let's go to this distillery, or just whatever we wanted to do. And of course, in that vein, we're walking by, one of the streets, or walking by storefronts, and I look and there's just this display and a bunch of pipes. And I look up and it says Peterson of Dublin. Or something along those lines, right? I'm like, I was just getting into pipe smoking at that time, not very seriously. I had, at that time, only had a corn cob and like a $10 estate briar, no-name briar that I bought at a thrift store. So I see this, I'm like, wow, these look like the real deal. And I was somewhat familiar with the idea of the Peterson name. I had heard something of that at that time. And so I decided that I would go in, went in there, looked at all of the stuff they had on the walls, and it was overwhelming because it was just wall to wall, pipes. So me and my one friend who was in there, we both sort of like, we're each gonna get one of these. And I remember going up to the guy and saying, this might be a dumb question. And the guy said, they don't ask it, in the very dismissive, but funny, dry sense of humor. And I don't even remember what my question was. I just remember his response. And it was definitely a fun conversation talking to those guys in there at the shop. And after talking about what ones would fit and what was within my college student budget, the one I settled on was this one right here. It's a Donegal Rocky, shape 221. It's, vulcanite stem, bent pipe. I've never buffed it or anything. It's actually, I just keep it in the dark and then, it just, so far hasn't really oxidized, which I've been grateful for. But this pipe means a lot because it always reminds me of that trip and the friends I made while I was there, and all of the things I saw and did and all the things I learned. And that's what's so nice, right? When you buy a pipe in a store, when you have something to go along with it, that memory doesn't leave you. It's almost like when you hear a song that means something or that takes you back, or you smell something that takes you back to a specific moment in time. It's the same thing when you acquire something like a pipe. Every time I smoke this, I think about that trip. And now I use this for aromatics because that's what I smoked in it at the time, because I didn't even know that there were things beyond aromatics, because like I said, it was right at the beginning of my journey. So that's what this one does, and it still does a great job. And yeah, real easy to clench, and just love it, and I'll keep this one forever. This will be one that never leaves my collection. So thank you, and catch you guys later.